Hello, good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures Trading stream. Today is Monday, September 11. It is 8:50 a.m. Eastern Time in the US. Okay, we are in the middle, going to the market, we are in the middle of this rollover process. And I want to check, you know, I want to check. I want to show something here.
Asset.com.
All right, just a second.
Welcome back to Squawk Box. We were watching shares of Tesla this morning. The stock.
Okay. What the heck is? Oh, okay. This is the new contract. Notice first the volume. This is September contract, the overnight volume. This one is December contract. September, December. No, it is picking up volume. It is actually today it has more volume than September contract. And I expect the daily to have more volume. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pay more attention to this contract, to September. I'm going to basically trade the new one, trade this one with the references that we have here. But at the same time, I don't want to forget. Okay, I want to keep these references yet until this contract expires, because there is still a lot of volume from the old one, which I'm going to show you now in just a moment. Allow me, please. I want to detach my chart. Okay, there is a lot of volume here. This is the new contract. The old September contract started here. Basically, this date has a really huge volume here. Is the similar thing that happened here today or Friday. This is the new contract. This is December. This is September. But there is still a lot of volume here in this area. Okay, we have a lot of longs here, a lot of shorts here in this side. Anything can happen. When it is worth to keep in mind these references from the old one as well, because but what I try to do when trading is to understand, is to try. I don't somehow. I don't want to use this word. I want to guess what's happening. I want to know what is happening. Not what will happen, but what is happening. Okay, I don't want to know what I know, because I know what happened before. But you can see the charts, all the stuff. I don't want to know what's going to happen. My focus is what is happening now. Okay, that's why I have this reference. That's why the reference is set. Do you have a gap to the upside? The first thing, the market has gap to the upside. We have a gap guidelines apply here. We'll keep an eye in this gap. If the gap is filled, I start to monitor in value, because what is happening, we have a balance here. We have 3 days balance. We have a 3-day range. The first thing in the upside is this high that has been taken. The next thing, when monitoring for continuation, that's one of the key elements in trading. If I want to monitor for continuation, the next thing that has to happen is close these distributions from September 6th. Next, the upper side of the distribution. Next, the gap closed, and after that, POC here. All right. Somewhere in between here, we have a 4,500 in the September contract. We are way below the 4,500, and that notice in the December contract where everything is started. Where everything is started. Notice where this low is. Just 4,500. It is very questionable low here. This low, the overnight low, was bought from value area low, which is just valuable piece of information. of who is doing the trade. Okay? Who is doing this? Okay? Notice what we have below, non-excess low here. Let me add a little bit more of profiles here. Ugh, I don't want to do that, but there's no excess. There's no excess here. Notice what? 3 white here. No excess here. No excess here. No excess here. What do we have below? You know, this is the old contract. I mean, this is the December contract, the new one. Okay. And there's a lot of references in the lower side that are quite questionable, very questionable. It doesn't mean I'm going to go short because I want to be with the market. The structure of the market doesn't matter if the market is going to the upside, because the structure below the market is very weak. But if the market keeps rallying to the surface, go with the movement. What happened here is we have a gap here. Go with any gap that does not fill quickly. Now, from Friday, we got this market that it did come out of the previous day range in the first period, which was a sinus trend, but it just didn't have upside continuation. Okay? It couldn't close. The next thing, monitoring for continuation of this opening of this market, was the market has to close this gap. It just couldn't do it that day. In the short term, the market showed some strength in short time frame, short term, but it just wasn't enough, and the volume was very low. Okay, very low. Notice the volume that we have on Friday. Okay, relative to the previous day. Okay, so all of the shorts that came here now, if the market opens up here, all of this is going to be, they are going to be underwater now. And what happened when you have a bad short? Okay, notice how this market was going lower here. And notice where POC is. POC is up high. If you have checked the market update from yesterday, I actually do have a bias to the downside here, but this movement is extremely weak here. It has no volume. What we thought, or when we talked yesterday, what this could be, this one up here, this rally high, okay, and this one in particular, this is short covering here. The shorts from this day covering the position value is higher. And the main thing for today was if the market builds value or opens fields below this high. Opening here, sign of acceptance of lower prices. Opening above and trading above is a rejection. Okay, so we will have continuation in the next time frame. What is the next time frame of the intraday? The daily. All right. Why I respect this, why I am aware of the structure being super weak but very questionable. I also respect momentum. Okay. Now, notice this eye here, where it's coming from. There's one level here that I had. This is late rally high, is from this day. This is a reference that not many traders, short time frame traders, don't know about this. But I think bigger time frames may look. But the fact, it doesn't matter here. This one doesn't matter. It's not relevant here. Also, what do we have on the lower side? We have big volume here on Friday in this area. We have A and H, big volume blocks here and here, and big volume overall in this area. When the market lacks volume, it tends to be attracted by areas that have accumulation of volume. Alright, what else for today? Overnight inventory. The direction of the overnight is to the upside. Okay. If the market doesn't do any kind of correction, that would be a market that has some sign of strength. What do I mean with that? The market opens up here and there is no attempt whatsoever to close the gap first, or two, the removal of the sum of the long inventory, which is 100% here. That means the market has some short-term, some strength, at least in the short time, in the short term. Okay. Now, notice where this period is being bought from. We have another distribution here. 1, 2, 3, 4 distributions here. Very emotional. This is sign. This is sign of short. This is emotional trading here. That is removing these shorts here. If you were present on Friday's trading session, this was, after A and B, the rest of the day was terrible slow. The market just grinding or trying to move to the upside, grinding its way to the downside. This is a really bad market, lack of confidence, lack of volume, lack of everything. Okay. And this inventory now, the inventory that is short, why is that? Okay, you see here, trade is selling, right? Selling, the market is breaking, selling. Okay, what's the thing that the market will do here? The market is going lower. Of course, it will keep going lower, right? So I can short the market. That kind of mentality that doesn't have context, that doesn't put the information in context, is what tends to fuel these kind of movements. Okay, just keep shorting here, market goes higher. Keep shorting here, market keep going higher. Keep shorting here, market goes higher. And when finally market comes back here, is way up here, all the traders that were shorting the market, okay, market's going higher, it's time to buy. Can you see what's happening, in the background? That's market dynamics in full. Okay, now the main thing for me is the overnight inventory is 100% long, and the market has a gap to the upside. Market has a significant, is that a significant 10 points gap up here? Okay, like a big gap. The bigger the gap, the lower the odds of being filled. Now, the market will have two scenarios today. Okay, it either close this gap, the one that's in the upper side, or it close the one in the lower side, or it can close both. What it's going to do, I don't know. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That's why it's a waste of time and energy to try to guess what's going to happen. Try to understand what is happening. Trying to understand why it is happening is the most important thing that we can do. Okay, let me check now what is going on in the bond market. What's going on in the bond market? The daily, we have seen the 10-year. Oh, it has opened. Look at this, man. Look at this. It's open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a cap up here. The market is hyper focused in the bond market. You have a range here as well. And this is not good for the market. Let's check the intraday. Okay, we were talking about this over the weekend as well. There was this closing. The last bar of the aftermarket was to the downside here, which was the removal of these lows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows, exactly the same price here. And the question was, is the market going to open higher here, or is it going to have a continuation? Because this looks like long liquidation here. Long here goes higher and start to liquidate here because you can see range forming here, range forming down here. This is just crazy, you know. But the thing is, the overnight doesn't have enough volume to confirm anything here. You know, all of this volume that happened in the overnight, or at least in the ES, you know, the first period has almost same volume as the whole overnight. The first one, or sometimes the first two. What market has a lot of volume. Alright, the dollar has fallen. Okay, what happened? The gold is rising, crude is rising. All of these charts are playing against the market here. What else? I guess the most, as I said, I would try not to get too emotionally attached to any kind of trade here, because it's very, this kind of days, the one that happens during the rollover period, tend to be very crazy. Okay, be very careful when placing a trade. Don't let the market to go too much far or too far from your position. And whatever strategy you have, stick to it. Stick to your stops. Stick to the market. If you have a structural stops, I think that would be the best here. Alright, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please just let me know. Otherwise, I think that's it for today. Or what I can do is, since I don't have plans to do much today, what I can do is I can keep the stream open, but I will be muted. If I see anything, I will come back and highlight or speak or talk about that. But if you have any question, please just let me know. Alright? I'll see you soon. Bye. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Hey, Luna! Luna! Stop it! Hey! Stop it! Shut up! Hey! Okay, okay, I'm back. I want to see. I'm interested in see what the market does with the gap here. Alright, the market's open. Well, this market is up. What the market does with the gap? 89. Notice how the December contract moves faster than the old one. And I will pay attention to this contract now. Can you see the difference? Not put it like really slow market, huh? Yeah. My charts are taking too much time to charge. Not charge. Oh, look at this, man. The market just ignored this inventory here. That was one easy scenario here. So far, there's nothing going on the low side. Inventory is completely short, I mean long, and market didn't care. This is a sign of strength on the market. These distributions have been closed. Wow. Okay. Come on, hurry up. Alright, I got it there. I just taking too much time here. This is sign of a strong market. Market open and boom goes to the upside. Now I don't want to see the market coming below this. Alright. Now let's check what's happening with volume. Oh, okay. Oh my God, really low volume here. Okay, I'm not interested in doing. I'm doing the stream because I don't have intentions to do anything today. I think for me it's just too dangerous here. Or I will to have some patience here. It's important. These kind of openings are good for an upside movement. The market just, as I have to say, you have a gap here, you have a gap here. Overnight inventory is very emotional, multiple distributions, overnight inventory is 100% long, and the market don't care. Market just Screw that. I'm going to the other side. I'm going in the direction of the market. This is one heck of a trade here to the upside. Now, upside continuation, we see the market closing this this closing the gap. Okay, first taking this high out. I want to see the market stopping here or stopping here. I want to see the market just cut it through. There are good odds the market is going to go through this. Look at where the market has been sold, just from that level. Okay, this is not a good. There's not good thing here for any kind of short. This is an upside market. The difference between the ranges here and the ranges here is because what I have here is these charts are in two thick increments. This one is only one. The assembly contract has more volume than the previous one. I will be very careful here, very careful when trading here. This is a good sign, as I say, it's a good sign. I don't like the structure below, but this is a good sign to the upside. The next thing is very important, okay? Very important. Next thing, close the gap. But I don't like how the market is trading. It's very slow. The tempo is just very slow here. Very slow. But sometimes what fuels the rally is traders just shorting every rally. I mean, why would you like to be a short here in this market? Okay, the market is going to the upside. All the signs are pointing to the upside. Why are you going to be short here? I'm not saying the market cannot break. Okay, I'm not saying that, but the risk here is high. Now, trading structure here is having a long here. First thing, I don't want the market to come back inside the overnight range. That's one thing. I don't want the market coming and taking the opening out. I don't want the market coming to the opposite side of this distribution here. I don't want the market fall back inside here. Look also where this low is. Let's do that, okay? While the market is doing its thing, I try to be aware. Let's go to mark this high. Look where the high is. Look at what this low is. It's just a sign of who is doing the trade. Okay? I have checked volume. Volume is not supporting the structure. Very short time frame trading here going on. Okay? Very short time. Volume, we have volume the upper side. I want to see if the market can have some tens here. 10,000. Which would be kind of hard because now the market has two contracts. Notice the volume in the September contract. The high is what is this? 1100. We have 941. The next one's 26. This one kind of like total 26. Total 46. Okay? This one is the one that's going to be in command, but I won't disregard any reference from September contract yet, okay? Because there's a lot of inventory there from the previous weeks, days and weeks that is short in this September contract. That is short and long. This one is just getting long, okay? Because we have seen this day, Friday, a lot of shorts here, short in the market at very unfair prices here below POC. There's a lot of shorting here. All these shorts now are out, are being forced to cover. That can fuel this market to the upside. Okay, as I said before, I didn't want this to close. The high is very questionable here. This high is super questionable here. notice now how this September contract is trading and has a little bit more speed now. Where this low is being bought from? The high of this distribution here. That's not good. That's not good. This is not good. This is not good. What do I do here? Now the market is back inside the overnight profile. It couldn't get into the gap. Couldn't get into the gap. Not yet. At least the 50 is right there. What the market is going to do now? This is still an upside market here. Okay. Notice how there's nothing here. We have this high here. September is safe here, but this is very questionable. This is not good, man. This is not good on the upper side. This could be seen. This can be seen as a pullback. Market has an upside gap, and this could be seen as a pullback. It is either going to be a pullback or a break. Who knows? I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to up from the market here. Have patience. Patience is very important here. There's a lot of inventory here. Look at this. All of this overnight session is long. There's a lot of longs here. Weak longs. This can be a counteraction, nobody knows. One sign to identify if it's just counteraction is volume. If this is high volume, we're almost half into this period. Should be, maybe if it's up here, that would be volume. Okay, that could be more, a little bit more than just counteraction to overnight inventory here. All right. Volume is coming in the lower side. Notice where this has stopped right below the distribution here. Just going to call this is the lower of this distribution here. That low is not good. Okay? Buy from that. It's not good. Up is not good. Okay? Very slow tempo now. This is a market that doesn't have the confidence. No. Notice what do we have above today's high and what do we have below today's low. Okay. Above today's high we got a gap, below today's low we have another gap. Okay. This is gap closed. Which one is going to be closed? There are good odds that one of these gaps is going to be closed today. Which one? Who knows? Maybe both. Okay. I am just trying to relax. Ay. A high is not good. Low high, low. I mean A low is not good. I hope you have seen the difference, how the market changed the past 3 months. As there was some change when September contract started to trade, which was doing the comparison between September and December. The same kind of transition that happened from June to September contract is happening now from September to December contract. The same kind of action. There was a big gap there, gap in the candlestick charts and the bar charts. Now, if you check your candlestick charts, you will see most traders, most retail at least, will see a gigantic gap there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You ever see this gap here? Oh, this is a big gap here. Wow, the market is extremely strong. There's nothing. There is a gap, but it's not as significant as this one. This one is showing a gap almost 50 points, 66 to 40. Wow, how much that? 80 points gap. That's crazy. That's not true. It was only 10 points. Somebody's gap. The market is going to feel this gap. Market is going to feel the gap if it drops only 3 more points. Man, boom, the gap is filled. Not this one, but this one here. What the bond market is doing. What bond market is breaking. It still hasn't taken the overnight low though. Now the next thing, this is still an upside market. Change will happen if the market closes the gap. That would be a different market. Right now it's still to the upside. Regardless if it's weak or not, that's a different story. There can be some acceleration here. If the market re-enters this range, there could be something there. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Look, the gap hasn't been closed here yet. Selling appear here, buying is appearing here. I won't consider the gap closed yet here. This low is very questionable as is this high here. Now, early I was talking about the pullback. Now I can talk about a rally, a relief rally here, a rebalancing rally here from the lows. The gap has been closed. There's change in this market. I start to monitor value now. What happened with value? In the same way as yesterday, not yesterday, but Friday, we start to see what happens with value when the market gets out of the previous day range. Now that since the gap is about to be closed here, the gap has not been closed yet, okay? But if it closes, I will monitor value. Right now, this can be a serious, okay? The market can have, if this gap is not closed, the market can have a serious upside here. Serious upside if the gap is not closed. One more tick and everything changes. Very mechanical buy though. Very mechanical buying here happening. This can happen a spike to the downside. The market can come. Okay. Now the gap has been closed. One see acceleration now to the downside. Closing the gap changes everything in today's session. Okay, nothing good can come out of these kind of highs here, or nor on this kind of lows. But just be very careful here. Just be very careful. If you have a winning position here, tighten your stops. Don't let the market run too far from your position. Okay, have a structural entry and exits. Be very careful in this market. I don't have any kind of trade here. I don't have anything here. The rally that came from this opening was positive thing. Now this is a negative thing now. I would say this is a neutral market. Value is higher. Trading in this area will make, will build value above this high. From previous day, we have this high as a weak high. That high has been repaired. This is also a reference. This is a rally high in the market can. If market builds value below sign of acceptance of low prices, that part has been rejected. Okay. Now lower prices were rejected, but where this buying was coming from is the question here on Friday. Okay, where all this buying was coming from. It came from POC. POC didn't move higher, POC moved lower, and traders were buying and buying and buying this. The market has re-entered this range. That's the negative side. The low has been corrected. We have the high here. Let's see if the market can repel this high now. This closing this gap changes everything. The high is very questionable. High very questionable. Can the market close both gaps today? I'm going to open this to make it 1. Notice how it dries. As soon as the market re-enters this range, it just dries here. It's volume being built here. This is taper in the lower side. This is an upside market. It's an opportunity to buy here. Don't let the market run go too far from you, okay? If the market comes back in here, there's a good odds the market can travel close to it. Monitor to the downside, close to this distribution, this one. As well. Be careful here. Notice how there's kind of like a small, there's double profile here. Up here you have one, and down here you have another one with higher volume in the lower side. Notice how there's no taper in the upper side. And this taper, it's just volume just dries here. But you have a small profile here with accumulation here, accumulation volume right above this high. Did you see how the market accelerated, took this low, took this high, accelerated to the downside, and then boom, pull back. Did you see that action? That's what Jim calls, the barrel run, or the wagon rolls faster up the lower hill. Just dries here. There's nothing here on the lower side. At least not now. The lower gap has been closed. We still have the high is very questionable. Remains to be seen if the market can come all the way up to here. The lack of volume suggests that this is just a counteraction to the overnight inventory. Very low volume, just as low as Friday. We may see some acceleration here to the upside. If it doesn't happen, okay, tighten your stops here. Just be careful. Don't let the market fool you. Price is just an advertising mechanism. The trend is to the upside. We have a trend, okay? Lower, lower, higher, higher. Market is going to the upside. Regardless of what is happening here right now, the market is going to the upside. Unless today takes this low out, the market is still going to the upside in the daily time frame, also in the weekly time frame. Remember that. Keep an eye on that. Okay. The only time frame that is not in sync is the monthly, is the bigger time frame. Now the market has re-entered this range again. Let's see volumes comes here. Let's see volumes comes here. Comes to this lower side. Downside continuation, we'll see the half-bar. I don't want to see the market being bought from this level here, because that's a sign of weakness. And it should go through really fast. Also closing this distribution is one, closing the other one here, and we got POC here. Notice how it dries here. Okay, there's something here that's increasing. Alright, some buying. If buying comes from here. Okay, that wouldn't be that good. What 23.75? Oh, that's not 73.50s. That's the one. Okay, this good low is not good. It's poor and weak at the same time. Poor because it doesn't have excess, and weak because it's right there from the halfback. Okay, that's my alarm to take my pills. Allow me a second, please. Alright, very mechanical week, very mechanical trading going on here. This market can come all the way up to here. But the thing is, leaving this kind of lows doesn't allow too much extension to the upside. It's very questionable. You got non-excess here, non-excess here, non-excess here, and another one down here as well. So that would be 4 non-excess. But who cares about that, remember? If the market has an upside, what the market can do now is check or repair this low, but that will put very close to this overnight halfback here. And I think maybe maybe the next thing monitoring to the downside is this 20 this level here. I'm going to mark this. I'm going to do some gray lines here. This level here. It should take this level out. if there's anything to the downside. Volume is very low. It's very close also. Market is buying very close from Halbach, which happens to be value very high as well. Can the market close the upper gap? That's the question today. This is still an upside market. Regardless of what's happening, this is still an upside market with a high. We are very questionable high here, but the low is also questionable. The market, what the market can do is can build, can keep going high and leaving this kind of lows. And Wednesday, when we have the CPI, can take all of these lows at once. If it leaves this kind of lows, it will leave a very, very extreme low, very long inventory in the hands of the short, of the weakest time frame. The weakest traders will be holding the short inventory here. I mean the long inventory here. And that can be taken back in only one day, sometimes in seconds after these releases. This was corrected. The market just doesn't have it. It doesn't want to go lower here. Okay, this volume here being built here. We can have a sharp break of a vicious rally here. I think something like that is. You will just have too much volume here in the low side for this low to remain like that. Volume is being built in the lower side, but if nothing happens here, this can go to the upside. The structural stop here could be this high here. Man, look at this volume here. Come on, are you going to break or not? Hurry up. Tell me that. It's just too much volume here, man. Too much, but it's taking too much time. Very risky long here. Very, very risky. I won't be long here. I don't want to be long here in this market right now, at least. It's just taking too much time. When a market takes too much time to take a reference, usually there is not too much damage the market does in the opposite direction. What lot is 65 here? 66 could be a good 66 or 67 could be a good destination trade here. There is just too much volume here. Don't let this market go. And I remember what we have on the upper side. We got a weak level here, there in the upper side. Seems like I'm interested in the short side, right? Why? Now the selling is coming from yesterday, Friday's high. That's not good. That's not good. This low is super bad here. You know, this cannot be, nothing good is coming out of this. Now we have 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 very questionable lows here. I'm gonna see the market dries here in the upper side. Oh, what happened here? Again, this is how many times this one market has come back. Okay. I have close, I got short here, having this stop here, having a stop here. This is my stop here in this market. Continuation, we see the market taking this low, closing this distribution and trading towards the towards POC here. I just don't want to see the market coming back above this range because I remember this high. Okay? This day is terrible. The day is still to the outside. Okay, but what happened here? What happened on Friday has a lot to do with what's happening now. The lack of volume could be a sign that this is just a counterreaction to this overnight inventory here, but nothing has changed from Friday. Speaking relative in terms of relative to the overnight to the trade, to the way how the market is trading. when the market takes too much time to take a reference, that's not a good sign for the direction of the market, for for extension, okay, for extension of the range in the direction of that reference. Okay, so that's why the market have a bounce here. It was sold from this high. Now they can come back all the way down to here. Hey, look at this, man! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Ha! Look at this! This is a big volume block here. High volume block here. What is 75? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks to the upside. 75. What is 75? Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there. 75. Let's put it here. I'm gonna put it there. That is big. That's something really big there in this contract. Wonder what happened here. Listen, I don't think there's much here. Man, I have too many charts open. Let's see if my PC can handle Tax Manager. I have 57% of memory being used. I don't wanna risk my chart freezing here. Be aware of volume. Really low volume, as low as Friday. Very low volume here. If you see any change there, that can be something. The market now, notice what happened with value. Value is moving lower. Now it's back inside this day. I don't know, they will have something here to the downside. This is nice 6 rally high, this one. The market has not built value above this. I want to see. I'm still carrying. What I left this here is because I consider important here, because this is rally high. Was this market going in this direction on Wednesday? So far, no value has been built above this high here. I mean, look where value is below, and now it's higher. But let's see if it migrates lower or value starts to build up here. That to see if that's to monitor if there's any change there. Now we have good volume here now. Almost, this is 11,000. Notice the volume here, 200,000 on half. Okay, these are shorts in December contract. Shorts here, inventory getting short. Now September contract has long inventory. This could be clearing, trying to remove or trying to repair this inventory. Okay, that's a tale of two markets here. Different. I mean, it's the same market, but this kind of contracts sometimes are kind of crazy. I have had too much losses before, when I didn't see that. I didn't realize that. I think I will put something here. Nah, just notice this huge volume here. If the market takes this volume out, there could be some serious selling here. Now the thing that happened is this higher volume here happened after. Notice where we have the same kind of volume blocks here. We have high volume area and high volume block. High volume block here and high volume area here, and the market is right above. So more of these ones are coming above this one. Could it be selling? Yes. Can it be buying? Yes. What it is? Who knows? Nobody knows that. Don't worry about that. focus on what's happening here. But those are just pieces of information. Right? I don't put too much emphasis on those ones. The first time when this market was taking just too much time to get through this low, I start to cover. I guess I got short right here. I start to cover when the market couldn't get lower, and leave only one contract, which I covered as soon as the market took this high out. The next time I got short is when the market came back in here and get back to this low. But what was the aim? Okay, but the potential destination is this side. But when I saw the market taking just too much to take this low, okay, this probably is not going to have too much downside extension. That's what I thought at the time. That's what now I'm flat here. But I look at this high as well. Don't hyper focus too much on this one. This is just one piece of information. The most important thing to me is that the market has re-entered previous day range. Value is moving lower. Okay, my value is moving lower, but the next trend, the first major trend, which is the daily, is still to the upside. The weekly is up to the upside, and the only one that's going to the downside is the monthly. But you can see there, you can see what's happening in the bigger time frames. Short time frame money is buying, while investors are not doing anything. No, don't doing that much. I try to use market profile to evaluate what's happening. I don't trade market profiles. I use the references to monitor the market for continuation. I made 2 trades today. My trades were against value. Okay, where is value? Value is higher. My trades, what's the direction of my trade? Against value. So if the market doesn't move really fast, I don't close it, even though I have a win trade, because I'm trading against the trend. Okay, I'm trading against trend and against value. Right? Notice that. What do we have? Let me open this. What do we have here? Notice this pullback here. This market is long. This is such a weak market. It is such a weak rally here. If there's a rally from here, it is not clear, but you can see what traders are doing here. You can see who is buying here, who buys from this low. Look at where this. You can see the market rallying in the overnight. Remember, overnight has really low volume. It's not relevant for trading. But notice, the weakest traders trade overnight. Notice where this market is being bought from. From this low, basically. Okay, so be very careful. Be very careful with whatever happens here. All right. Well, this is not good, man. This is not good. Monitor value. I will start monitor value here. Value is moving lower. POC is up here because hardback is up here. So, and POC is the widest accumulation of TPOs that is closer to hardback. That's point of control. On Friday, POC moved lower. Right? Value, price was higher, but POC moved lower. Kind of tricky, very tricky. I say I was going to trade today. And the first thing that happens, I find myself in a trade. God, this is the story of a trader. Happens all the time. So you will see if you got these traders here. If you have these trading rooms, you will see, oh, the market is going to break, oh, the market is going to rally, the market is going to break, the market is going to rally. I have to be short, I have to be long. Oof. Well, just be patient here. Be patient. Have patience. Remember, the high is very weak. The market came from an exact reference on the upper side. It came exactly from this high here, the low of the gap. This is not a good. It's not a good. That's not a good high. The market has closed the lower gap. I'm posting something in Twitter. Oh my God, look at this high. I mean, how can the selling coming from this level is, God damn, that's why. You know, selling coming from here, buying coming from here, buying coming from here, buying coming from. You can see traders are selling the rallies here. Did you see that? But where the selling is coming from? Previous period, Halbach. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's not going to have downside extension. That was this actually was, you know, understanding the market, right? What happened in the last contract, in the September contract? All of these trades, mechanical trades coming from exact reference, have been working well. Right? Have come good odds of having extension, because these kind of trades, trade that comes from this level, for example, the common thing that happened here is that the objective was just a couple ticks, maybe a couple points, and that's it. But during the last 3 months, for the past 3 months, it was having really good gains here. Now the market again has come back inside previous day range. Where it's coming from is the question. Traders were trying to get the market higher here, trying to get the market higher here, trying to get the market here. If they couldn't on Friday, now they have reversed. Now let's go short now. They were trying to buy here and they are selling now. This is just gives you, I mean, market profile gives you an idea. It is just a way to organize data. Yeah? It's just organized data. Now selling, you have POC way up here. Selling down here is selling, would be selling at very unfair prices. It doesn't mean the market cannot break. I'm not saying that the market cannot break, but the risk increases when you sell here. The goal is to identify what's going on and go with the market. What the traders are doing now? Traders are selling the rallies. Okay, but there's a big but here. Okay, this is what you see, but where value is higher. Okay, value is higher. It did overlap on B. It did overlap, but now it's moving higher. Let's see if it has come lower now. This high, not necessarily, being a poor high, it doesn't mean that the market is going to come back, or at least it's going to come back today. It may come back tomorrow or next week or by the end of the week. Nobody knows. It just give us an idea of what's going on in the market. Right? That's the goal here. Okay, it is 10:30. Unless you have any questions, I guess I'm going to call it a day. I wish you guys a good rest of the day. Stay safe. I am posting. I'm doing some postings in Twitter here, which is basically what I was talking. We were talking here. Alright, stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you.